But right now, we are going to move along to our next segment, which is strategic marketing. This is when we get tactical and really just show you some nuts and bolts of things that you can do to improve the results of your outreach, of your communications, and your marketing. And this one's going to be around Google Business. You might have heard Google My Business change to Google Business. And we want to showcase, I'm going to share screen in just a moment, and showcase verification of NAP. That doesn't mean go to sleep. NAP, N-A-P, is name, address, and phone number. We've talked about this a few different times in a few different avenues, but as you roll into 2022, now is the time to verify your NAP. I'm going to share my screen right now and show you exactly what that looks like. So we are looking at a Google Business listing of Dr. Stephen Shoshani, a friend of Jason and myself, and a member of the Smart Chiropractor, as we'll see in a moment. But I'm going to point out a couple items. On the right-hand side, going down that right-hand column, that's his Google Business listing. There's a couple things here that are really important. Name, N, right? N-A-P is what we're talking about over the next few minutes. Name, Dr. Stephen Shoshani, chiropractor. He has that listed right there. I'm going to highlight it so you can see. Go to your listing, and ensure that the name is what you'd like it to be. So if the name of your practice is, Langmaid Family Chiropractic, I would expect to see that in bold right there, not Dr. Stephen Shoshani Chiropractor. So ensure that your name is correct. If it is incorrect, Google is going to have an impossible time matching people who are looking for you with your practice. So you're going to miss out on a ton of opportunity. That's name. Underneath is address. Address is both physical and digital. You can see Dr. Shoshani's address right here, 636 Broadway. You're going to want to ensure that your address is correct. So please verify all aspects of it. The street address, the city, the state, the zip code. Ensure all of those items are listed appropriately, because guess what? That ties directly into the map you see above, and it ties directly into where it says directions, which is one of the few actions you can take. And if you have the wrong address listed, your directions are not going to come out appropriately, and you are going to, again, miss out on opportunity as people end up, who the heck knows where they end up. So make sure your address is correct. That is the A. Now, the second part of that A, I said physical and digital. So ensure that your appointments, your products and services, you can see he has Dr. Shoshani listed, drshoshani.com. Ensure that you have the addresses you would like listed where appropriate. And those are your digital addresses. So if you have a website and it's not listed, well, if somebody clicks the website button, which is one of those top actions, they're going to go off to Never Never Land. So you want to ensure that this is a good user experience. That's something Google tracks meticulously. And part of having a good experience is helping the person searching and helping your business and your practice. So ensure that your physical address is correct, and also your digital address. If you want to put somebody to a scheduling link, to a landing page, to the front page of your website, you decide, ask a friend, ask us, but ensure that your website is listed, and watch for typos. If there's a typo, they're not going to figure it out for you. It's going to go to the wrong place, and they're going to slow down traffic because of poor user experience. That's the A. And the P, pretty self-explanatory. That phone number, you want to ensure that your phone number is correct. So you can see that right in the middle there. And if you have a Google Business listing up on your phone on mobile, you can tap that and call right away. So this might sound, like we are going over it and over it again, but if your phone number is wrong, nobody's going to get to the right place. So there are 3 primary actions somebody can take on a Google Business listing. That is call your office. So that's the P. We're almost going to go in reverse order here of NAP. P, make sure your phone number is correct. Double check it. Then we go address. The second action they can take is to click for directions on the map itself or where it says directions, and Google's going to route them right from where they're at. So ensure that your directions are correct. And finally, the name. If somebody is searching for you online and you are listed 10 different ways in 10 different places, you are going to be confusing the algorithms. So ensure that you have verified and dialed in your Google Business NAP. Now, why is this so important? I'll scroll down and show you a little bit of the secret sauce behind the Smart Chiropractor here. If we scroll down, we can see popular times, we can see reviews, and then we get towards the bottom and we see posts. Yes, Google Business allows posting, and you can see Dr. Shoshani has Smart Chiropractor posts listed right here. This is a fantastic way to increase the engagement, increase the clicks, and increase the audience associated with your Google Business listing. This is a great place to teach and invite. If somebody clicks, they can see the updates, the beautiful pictures, a little bit of information that teaches them something and invites them to take a next step. So teaching and inviting consistently doesn't only take place on social. It does not only take place through email, but it can take place through Google My Business, which is one of the primary channels many chiropractors out there are using for patient acquisition. And if you do not have posting going up at least weekly to your Google Business listing, then you are missing out on opportunity. And why do I say that? Because over the last year, we have tracked meticulously over 22,000 quote unquote leads, as Google Business calls them, per month that go to our members. And guess what? Every time a post goes out from us, we see the numbers spike. In the days that follow, they trickle and then a spike. So if you already are receiving good business from Google Business, I'm going to say there is more meat on that bone if you have consistent posting. We have the data and stats to prove it. If you've never touched it, this is an area of massive opportunity, because we see, again, that's an average of over 60 leads going into our docs' practices, Smart Chiropractors, each and every month via their Google Business listing alone. And a majority of that, it's responsible by the posting we're doing for them. So if you can stay consistent with it, fantastic. I don't know too many docs out there that can. That's why we do it. Jason, what are your thoughts on Google Business, any of the changes that they've had, and why posting is so important and so underutilized in the chiropractic space?
I think you said it brilliantly. The number one thing to do is check your listing. Google changes, algorithms, changes pages, changes the names. They've been constantly pivoting and updating different things. And, if you checked it a year ago and it was correct, that doesn't mean that with the changes they've made, that it's still correct. So it doesn't take but a couple seconds. That's what this program is really all about, and why you should tune in every week. Because there's going to be little gems each and every week to help you make sure that you're just dialed in and doing the right things the right way. These are such simple things to overlook that actually have major implications if you don't have them, basically dialed in right. And there's major businesses that overlook these simple things, but we got your back. We're going to keep our eye on them for you and help just make sure that you stay up to date with the essential things you need to have in place to make sure, as you're going digital in these years to come, and that's where we are, that you are doing it the right way and not making any obvious glaring mistakes, but are taking the simple action steps everyone needs to in order to be able to make sure that they're prepared to be able to do the most, get the most, impact the most with the least amount of energy and effort possible. There's no reason to waste time, waste energy. Make sure you're doing it right. And this is a perfect example of one of those basics that you just want to make sure get right. So go check it out.
Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to the Smart Chiropractor. We are posting videos on how you can market your chiropractic practice in a way that teach and invites consistently. We have found that is the magic formula to big time growth. So if you like this video, be sure to comment down below, smash that subscribe button, or visit us at thesmartchiropractor.com.